Now, let everyone in the listening audience grab their scriptures, a pencil, and a piece of paper. Listen and learn the true meaning of the Old and New Testaments of the Bible, the Psalms of David, the lost books, and the Holy Quran. There are no more secrets. All false things will perish. So come and learn the undisputable teachings of the only man that has the answers to the problems of a troubled world, As-Sayyid Al-Imam Isa Al-Hadi Al-Mahdi.
نشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله الوالي الكريم وصلى الله على أنبياء أجمعين والمسيح والمهدي والمجدد لمن مرسلين. Are we not the bearers of witness that nothing would exist if Allah didn't create it, and that He is alone and has no partner, and that all gratitude is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the sustainer of all the boundless universes. All gratitude is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the generous eternal friend, and send salutations of Allah on all of His prophets and His apostles, and on the Messiah, the anointed one, and on the Mahdi, the guide, and on the Mujaddid, the reformer, which was all sent from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We send greetings and we send peace throughout the boundless universe to all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
And now, the true light, featuring As-Sayyid Al-Imam Isa Al-Hadi Al-Mahdi.
We were created like 76 trillion years ago in air pockets. And then I read another thing where that the elders in these people, where they resided were in like pockets of the universe, things like that. And I was just wondering if you could elaborate a little bit on that.
In the scriptures in Genesis, when it says, "And the Spirit of the Lord moved upon the surface of the waters," this is before He even created man. This is talking about before Genesis, before man was placed in the physical. When it says, "In the beginning, the Creator," or created the heavens and the earth, and the earth was without form, and void and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And then the next verse says, "And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters." This was before He created man. You follow that?
Mm-hmm.
That means the spiritual part, or the spiritual essence of the Creator existed many, many billions and trillions of years before He took and created the light. Because He's going to go after that in number 3 to say what?
And God said, "Let there be light."
Let there be light. And there was light. So before the Almighty created human beings, He already existed. So when we say that man existed 76 trillion years before His original creation, we're saying because the Almighty said, "I blew into man of my spirit, and man became a living soul," that the essence of the Almighty was placed into the shell of a man. And prior to being placed into man, He existed in a spiritual form in countless amounts of years. Why we say 76 trillion years is like an infinite number of years by our earth time before man became placed as a spirit into a body and became a living soul. You follow?
No.
That's what it means.
Okay, shukran, Azil.
Assalamu alaikum. Brother, my question is, why is it, or what's taken the Muslim communities so long to come together as one?
It's a very good question. You know what the problem is? Just like every other religion, the Muslims in America are predominantly influenced by pale Arabs who are coming over here from white Arab countries and telling us things that don't apply to us after being in slavery for 300 years. For instance, they tell us there's no such thing as racism in Islam. It's easy for you to say that when you was born and raised in Arabia, and you was raised and educated by Arabians, and you were the president's an Arabian, and the vice president's an Arabian, and the doctor is an Arabian, you know what I'm saying? And the teacher, they don't understand what people in the Caribbean have been through. They don't understand what the blacks in America have been through under the oppression of the white man. So it's very easy when they come over and say there's no racism in Islam, everybody is created equal. Yes, if everybody was created equal, everybody's not treating each other equally. The white man seems to have a complex about us and seems to find it necessary to treat me and you bad for some reason and not accept us as equals, not give us equal opportunities. You know, there's open, outright racism. So what happens in Islam is the same thing that's happening in Christianity. Denominations get made up because certain people are blacks coming together saying we got to do something for the family first, for our own first, then we can relate to other people in the world. And there's other blacks in America who are busy here loving Arabs more than they love their own brothers. They won't go out and support a black rally, but they'll go out and march on the United Nations in support of Palestine, or march on the United Nations in support of some Arab embargo. But when the girl up in Tawana Brawley has a problem, you don't see none of them out trying to support that. Or they won't support Jesse Jackson, but they will support some Arab who comes here, who starts, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why we're not a part of them is because they don't see the black family as something that should be dealt with first. That we should care about our own first and then extend our hand to other people. And this is what keeps us divided from them. They open their arms to too many people. And we as a people have been hurt too many times to keep our arms open so much, because everybody we've dealt with stepped on us. And so sectism breeds out of indoctrination from different countries, from different people. And that's what's happening. You got a lot of Pakistanians coming in here, and they give their concept of Islam. You got Saudians coming here, they give their concept of Islam. And you got, Egyptians coming here, and they give their concept of Islam. But they don't let too many Africans come. They don't let too many people from Senegal. They don't let the Senegalese teachers come. They don't let the Sudanese teachers come. They don't let the Somalian teachers come. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They block off the blacks who are trying to teach, and they always got some guy up here who's a leader, and he's always white. And that's what caused, because I'm saying I'm going to take care of my family first. I got family in Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados, all over the world, a black family, and we got to unite and get our program together, because don't nobody care about us in Puerto Rico. They don't care about us in Cuba. They don't care about us in Africa. All they care about is Europe and the Europeans. So blacks, the Africans, the Cubans, the Puerto Ricans, the San Domingans, we have to get together as one family and start building for ourselves. Like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught, we got to start doing something for ourselves. Then we can start considering other races of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. But brother, I noticed in the end you said, like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, but even in that area, I find that there is a separation. I find that
Wallace D. Muhammad versus Farrakhan.
And Wallace D. Muhammad versus Farrakhan.
Sure. And
this community versus Wallace and Farrakhan.
No, we don't. We and Farrakhan are one community now.
You are.
The Nation of Islam under Farrakhan and Ansar Allah community under Imam Isa and Farrakhan have come together.
Very good.
Wallace D. Muhammad, he's on salary to the Saudi Arabians. He works for them. And I can't relate to a black man with black people here with a problem getting a job working in Saudi Arabia for them when he should be a benefit to his people over here. You follow? Wallace D. Muhammad has a job working for the Saudians. Farrakhan and Imam Isa have already come together. There's already a bond between us two, because we realize that our differences are destroying us. We better come together on what we agree on.
But brother, I'm kind of happy to hear that, because I followed the Honorable Elijah Muhammad for 17 years. And in the last couple of years, I have sort of remained a Muslim, but I've remained a supporter of Minister Farrakhan, and that is one of the problems that has been bothering me, because, in reading the Quran and the understanding that I've gained, I realize and I feel deeply in my heart that this is the desire of Allah, that we come together. So that's why, as of today, I decided to come down here and see what
music, and we all listen to it. He has a certain